Imagine you're moving along a sun-drenched road. You're mood light and gentle like a cool breeze. Suddenly, from behind, a hurried car cuts across, causing an unexpected collision. However, instead of sincerely apologizing, the other person responds with rude and disrespectful words, turning the serene atmosphere into tension. Not only on the streets, disrespect is also evident in conversations and meetings where you wholeheartedly propose new ideas, only to receive skeptical glances or negative criticism. Faced with such disrespectful situations, how would you feel? Would you feel stuck, angry, or just resigned and weary? And more importantly, how do we overcome these moments without losing our peace? The key lies in how we choose to confront and react. And that's what we want to share in today's video. 10 Stoic lessons to handle with disrespect. Join me on a journey to explore Stoic principles, not only to maintain resilience in the face of challenges, but also to find inner strength to become more steadfast and discerning in every situation. Commit to watching until the end, because each piece of advice carries transformative power, helping you cultivate patience to overcome frustration, aiming for a more meaningful and courageous life. Lesson number 1. Be the bigger person. Seneca, a great Stoic philosopher, once said, "To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden." When disrespect knocks on the door, its power to unsettle you vanishes if you confront it with courage and virtue. We are guided by the light of noble examples, learning to become greater not only as a lofty decision, but also as an expression of spiritual strength and perseverance. When you choose to become greater, you not only refuse to respond to disrespect in kind, but also demonstrate a profound understanding that your worth does not depend on others' opinions. This demands remarkable self-control and autonomy. You must actively manage your emotions, keeping your mind unaffected by negative words or actions from the outside. Choosing to become greater implies nurturing compassion and empathy, even towards those who have hurt you. You understand that each of us is fighting our own battles. Sometimes, disrespect stems more from internal pain than from actual attitudes towards you. When you respond with patience and tolerance, you not only protect yourself from negative influences, but also become a guiding light for others. But do not misunderstand me. Choosing to become great does not mean enduring all malicious behaviors in silence. Stoicism advises you to defend your values and principles, but do so thoughtfully and respectfully. Sometimes, silence is more powerful than any words, and maintaining your integrity with respect can be the strongest message you can send. Ultimately, becoming greater is a personal journey of self-improvement and growth. It not only helps you overcome immediate challenges, but also guides you towards a meaningful and happy life, where respect and compassion are the foundation not only in relationships with others, but also with yourself. Lesson number 2. Remember that we all make mistakes. Have you ever wondered how we can approach and deal with mistakes, both our own and those of others, wisely? How do we not only overcome disrespect, but also learn and grow from it? And when facing these challenges, how can acceptance and empathy guide us to find deeper peace and understanding? Recognizing that each of us carries the potential for error not only opens the door to forgiveness, but also allows us to reflect on ourselves and others more compassionately. This not only helps us handle disrespect calmly, but also acknowledges the value of mutual understanding, thereby creating a healthier environment for mutual growth and progress. By accepting that making mistakes is an inseparable part of the learning and maturing process, we begin to see the true value in every mistake. Each error is not just a lesson, but also an opportunity to demonstrate our resilience and ability to recover. By steadfastly facing these challenges with tolerance and forgiveness, we not only overcome mistakes, but also become stronger in upholding our principles and values. As Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "There is no great genius without some touch of madness." His words emphasize that true greatness comes from the ability to acknowledge and accept one's own and others' flaws courageously. When we learn to see mistakes not only as part of personal development, but also as an opportunity to demonstrate compassion and acceptance, we are truly adhering to one of the core principles of Stoic philosophy. Therefore, when faced with disrespect, remember that every mistake carries a valuable message about humility and reconciliation. By applying this lesson to daily life, we not only create space for forgiveness and understanding, but also affirm the value of patience, tolerance, and continuous growth. This is the true essence of becoming a Stoic in the modern world, where empathy and acceptance are not only powerful resources for building sustainable relationships, but also the key to finding deeper peace and understanding within ourselves. Lesson number 3. Remain calm and do not retaliate. When faced with disrespect, our initial instinct may be to retaliate, to make the other person feel the same pain they caused us. However, Stoicism emphasizes that controlling these negative emotions is not about suppressing them, but rather through understanding and acceptance. Calmness is not just a reactive choice. It is a profound decision about how we choose to engage with the world around us. Imagine you're a speaker at a seminar, sharing your knowledge and experience with an audience. During the discussion, a member of the audience unexpectedly stands up with a sarcastic tone and dismisses your views as outdated and irrelevant to modern life. In this situation, the immediate and natural reaction for many might be to vigorously defend their viewpoint, even to attack the other person. However, applying lessons from Stoicism, you choose to remain calm and not react negatively. Take a deep breath and pause when you feel your anger rising. After being dismissed, count slowly from 1 to 10, while pushing your tongue to the roof of your mouth. This technique can quickly soothe the nervous system. Remember that reacting aggressively, even when feeling justified, often makes things worse in the long run. It's better to control yourself before responding if a response is truly necessary. So, look directly at the person and calmly say, "Thank you for sharing your perspective. I respect your viewpoint and hope we can discuss this further after the seminar." Your response not only demonstrates self-control and composure in the face of provocation, but also opens the door for mutual understanding and constructive dialogue. By applying the principle of keeping calm and not retaliating, we not only learn how to effectively handle disrespect, but also inspire others with the power of composure and self-control. Comment: practicing calmness and not retaliating if you've learned the lesson about dealing with disrespect in life. Lesson number 4. Realize you cannot force others to respect you. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, wrote about the importance of controlling what is within our control in his work, Meditations, and not being swept away by natural negative reactions to the actions of others. Marcus Aurelius emphasized that maintaining personal integrity and dignity in all situations is how we truly earn respect, rather than through demands or coercion. According to lesson number 4, we recognize that respect cannot be forced. Stoic philosophy advises us to focus only on controlling our thoughts, emotions, and actions. This means that we cannot and should not try to control or change how others perceive or treat us. Respect, from a Stoic perspective, is seen as a natural reward for living virtuously, not a goal achievable through coercion. By living with virtue, integrity, and self-respect, we create an environment in which respect can naturally develop from those around us. However, it is important to realize that no matter how virtuously we live, there will always be those who do not show us respect. This does not reflect our worth. Instead, it is a reflection of their perspective and psychological state. Accepting this helps us to remain calm and focused on self-improvement, rather than trying to change what cannot be changed. So, instead of trying to control others' perceptions of us, we should invest our energy into building and maintaining ourselves strong, dignified, and continually improving our value. Then, respect will naturally come to us as a matter of course, without needing to be demanded or coerced. Lesson number 5. Consider the source. When someone speaks ill of you or looks down on you, pause and think before reacting. Does their behavior reflect their pain, insecurity, or ignorance rather than an accurate assessment of you? Do they have unresolved issues skewing their reactions? But don't worry. In moments like these, there's a lesson from Stoic philosophy that can help you adjust your mood and response wisely. Consider the source. Let's explore together this profound and nuanced approach to facing disrespect. When someone disrespects us, our instinct may prompt us to react negatively. However, before allowing negative emotions to take over, pause for a moment and consider the source of that disrespect. This is not only an act of restraint, but also an expression of wisdom. Ask yourself, why is this person acting this way? Perhaps they are under unrelated pressure or stress. Maybe they are unaware of the consequences of their words or actions, or they could be reflecting on personal issues they don't know how to resolve. As we begin to understand that disrespect often says more about the speaker than about us, we can react calmly and wisely. Consider the source not only helps us maintain composure, but also opens the door to forgiveness and understanding. It's an opportunity to apply compassion not only to ourselves, but also to those who show disrespect. Understanding the root of the problem allows us to see the situation from a broader perspective, thereby reducing our own and others' suffering. We've covered half the journey for today's lesson. Your presence is a great encouragement to us in bringing the true values of Stoic philosophy to more people. So, like and share this video to bring these lessons to your loved ones and friends. Or leave a comment, "I confront disrespect," if you're ready for the journey with 5 lessons to seek inner strength to become more resilient and insightful in every disrespectful situation. Lesson number 6. Maintain your integrity and values. When offended or treated unfairly, humans often face unforeseen challenges. Perhaps in those moments, anger and pride seem to dominate the realm of the mind. Placed in such situations, we are easily tempted to betray our principles and values. It might be a reaction of dissatisfaction, a strong counterattack, or even an endless rage. But do those actions bring any benefits? Let's reconsider. Integrity is not only an aspect of human character, but also a sign of mental and intellectual strength. By maintaining integrity, we are not only protecting ourselves, but also respecting and valuing the principles and values we stand for. For example, let's look at the story of Matthew, a regular customer at a cafe. On one occasion, the server was dismissive and responded to Matthew in a careless or even impolite manner. In this situation, Stoicism advises us to maintain integrity, and the value of oneself requires you not to react angrily or rudely. You may understand that everyone has bad days and their difficulties. You may choose to engage in a light conversation with the staff, helping them feel more comfortable and understanding your desires better. In this way, you not only maintain your integrity, but also help improve the situation and create a more positive environment for everyone. But not only facing disrespect from outside, maintaining integrity and values also requires us to regularly evaluate and improve ourselves. This may involve engaging in self-improvement actions, such as learning from unfortunate events and constructive feedback from others to become a better version of ourselves. Thus, maintaining integrity and self-worth is not just a simple reaction to disrespect, but also a lifestyle, a firm commitment to our principles and ethics, helping us overcome all challenges with confidence and steadfastness. So, if you agree with our statement and viewpoint, please leave a comment. I uphold my integrity and self-worth below the comments section of this video. Lesson number 7. Focus on what you can control. As Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When faced with insult or unfair treatment, avoid wasting energy trying to change others or endlessly pondering the situation. You cannot control their attitudes or behavior, but you have complete control over your reaction. In life, we often encounter challenges and injustices. This can leave us feeling helpless, angry, or even desperate. However, true power lies in recognizing and focusing on what we can control. This not only helps us deal with difficult situations more effectively, but also helps us maintain inner peace. Start by identifying what you can control: your thoughts, emotions, and actions. When a difficult situation arises, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask yourself, "What can I do about this situation?" This question opens up space for proactive and positive action, allowing us to shift from negativity to meaningful action. An important part of focusing on what you can control is developing self-mastery. Self-mastery is not just about controlling your emotions in unexpected situations. It's also about reshaping how we perceive and react to the world around us. Practicing self-awareness and self-observation is key to enhancing this ability, helping us become more flexible in facing challenges. Every day, we can choose to focus on what's within our control, gradually building a meaningful and happy life step by step. In doing so, we not only learn how to effectively deal with disrespect, but also develop inner strength, ready to face any challenges life brings. Remember, in every situation, the greatest power you possess is the ability to decide how you react. Choose that wisely. Lesson number 8. Focus on the positives. When facing disrespect, instead of allowing those negative actions and words to dampen your spirits, widen your perspective and seek out the positive things around you. It could be support from friends and family, a personal achievement you're proud of, or simply joy from your hobbies and passions. Each time you choose to focus on these things, you not only nurture your soul, but also create a strong shield against negativity. Stoicism emphasizes living a virtuous and meaningful life, where focusing on the positive not only helps us overcome difficulties, but also guides us toward a happier existence. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and one of the great Stoic philosophers, wrote, "To live happily is an inward power of the soul." This serves as a reminder that in every moment of disrespect we face, there's an opportunity to shine, an opportunity to demonstrate our resilience and dignity. Remember, the brightest light often emerges from the darkest places. When you choose to focus on the positive, you not only create light for yourself, but also for those around you. This not only helps you overcome disrespect, but also transforms you into a beacon for others to follow and learn from. In the face of disrespect, remember that focusing on the positive is your choice. It's an invisible power that Stoic philosophy bestows upon each of us, the ability to choose how we perceive and react to the world, and within that power, we find the strength to not only survive, but also to thrive and shine, even in the toughest circumstances. Comment, "I focus on the positive aspects," if you're ready to rid your life of negativity. Before we move on to Lesson 9, let's delve into the story of Anna, a talented graphic designer working on a major project for a demanding client. Despite spending hours refining her designs, the client remained unsatisfied, showing disrespect for Anna's work through negative comments and unrealistic demands. Anna felt exhausted and disheartened, feeling like she could never please them. However, after applying the lessons from Stoic philosophy, she realized that she couldn't control the client's reactions or satisfaction, but she could control how she dealt with the situation. Instead of trying to please them at any cost, Anna decided to focus on maintaining her professionalism and sticking to her principles. She calmly and clearly explained her design decisions, while affirming that she always tried to meet the client's needs within the bounds of her creativity and expertise. If you've ever been in a situation like Anna's, or if you're struggling to seek validation from others, the answer to resolving the issue lies in the following lesson. Lesson number 9. Accept that you cannot please everyone. No matter how kind, talented, or wise you are, some people will inevitably not respect or like you. This is beyond your control. Reflect carefully on the root causes when someone mistreats you. When facing disrespect, recognizing and accepting that you cannot please everyone becomes empowering. Each of us carries our own set of values, perspectives, and expectations. No matter how hard you try, there will always be those who disagree with or disrespect your decisions. Accepting this not only helps alleviate pressure, but also allows you to live sincerely and confidently. By accepting limitations and focusing on what we can control, we find true freedom. You cannot control others' emotions or reactions, but you can control how you respond to them. This frees you from the fear of judgment and the desire to please everyone. Life is full of challenges, and we cannot always avoid disrespect. But maintaining principles and living by our values is crucial. Accepting that you cannot please everyone is not only a significant step in building self-esteem and personal resilience, but also the key to living a happy and meaningful life. Lesson number 10. Surround yourself with respectful support. Imagine your life as a castle, with each brick representing a relationship, an influence in your life. Marcus Aurelius once reflected on the importance of surrounding oneself with those who embody virtues that we admire. This not only brings comfort, but also serves as a strategic move to nurture resilience and keep our minds focused on what truly matters. A supportive environment is a solid foundation that prevents us from being drained by futile battles over ego or status. Instead, we can channel our energy into growth, learning, and the pursuit of virtue. Stoicism encourages us to actively choose our relationships, seeking out individuals who not only respect us, but also challenge us constructively. These relationships should be sources of comfort, while also serving as catalysts for mutual growth and support. Building a community of respect and support is not a task accomplished overnight. It requires time, discernment, and sometimes difficult decisions to distance ourselves from toxic influences. However, the rewards for such effort are invaluable. In a respectful and supportive community, we find a sanctuary where our Stoic virtues can thrive. Here, we are reminded of our worth, encouraged to overcome obstacles, and inspired to maintain integrity in all situations. Surrounding ourselves with those who respect and support us is not a retreat from life's challenges, but a strategic choice to cultivate an environment where our Stoic virtues can flourish. This approach helps us maintain focus on what we can control, fostering moral development. Ensuring that when faced with disrespect, we have a solid fortress of support and respect to stand confidently. Together, we have explored 10 valuable lessons from Stoic philosophy, a powerful tool to help us confront and overcome disrespect in life. Applying these lessons to our daily lives not only helps us better control our emotions, but also helps us recognize the inner strength to deal with any challenge. Remember, patience and self-control are the keys. Don't let anyone negatively impact your soul and spirit. You can overcome and grow stronger in every difficult situation. If you want to share your story or have any questions, feel free to leave a comment below this video. We would love to hear about your experiences and engage in discussions and learning together. And most importantly, please like and subscribe to our channel to not miss any valuable lessons from Stoic philosophy. We have progressed and developed together through each lesson, so let's continue spreading this passion to everyone around us. Thank you for taking the time to watch, and we look forward to seeing you in the next videos.